No, joking.
Ashleigh, for a big smile despite the heavy rain this morning. How do you feel before this World Championship?
Yeah, I mean, of course we can't control the weather, but it is the same for everyone, and racing in Scotland, it's something to be expected. I think it will be on and off rain. Conditions are the same for everyone. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I think it's a really cool event with all the different disciplines coming together. It's a real celebration of cycling, and I think Glasgow has done a great job. And yeah, I expect it to be a wild race. It's the city circuit is really, really technical, a bit different to what we usually do when it comes to road racing. So it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. And yeah, I'm quite excited.
You usually have a good perception of what will happen. So what kind of scenario? You say it will be a wild race. How do you think it will develop?
Well, it's quite different to normal road races in that once we hit the city circuit, it will be very difficult for teams to control. I think all the racing has shown that it becomes one long line. It almost becomes a bit like a mountain bike race, to be honest, in terms of the dynamics of the race. In a way, that makes me happy because it means that, as a kind of, individual rider, of course, I have teammates here today. I'm very happy to have 4 teammates here to support me. They don't necessarily have the same depth of experience in European racing, so I can't necessarily rely on having them later on in the pointy end of the race. So the fact that it's a really technical course and it becomes a little bit of a fight, each for their own, suits me a bit better.
Do you think we will see, like yesterday, a good chance for the early breakaway, or here it's quite different?
I think it's really possible in this race. I mean, even in the elite men's race, we saw that riders from the early breakaway, I think there was at least one that still finished in the top 10. So it does show that, maybe you can save a little bit more by being in the peloton as you enter into the town, but once you enter into the city centre, there's nowhere to hide, and being in the breakaway could be an advantage because you don't have to fight for the positions, or you won't get caught behind potential incidents or crashes. So yeah, I think it's kind of a very fine line. Being in the breakaway isn't as big a energy depletion as what it could be in other races.
Thank you, Ashleigh. Best of luck. Have a good race.
Thanks.